People often ask me what the difference is between the QI macros and other software. And I find that when people start to look at other software, and I've tried lots of this stuff, they go, well, how do I get a chart? And in the QI macros, all you have to do is select your data and choose a chart. It's that easy. So let's look at Excel 2010. I'm going to open up some data. If you click on My Documents, you'll find that you have a QI Macros Test Data folder that was installed along with your QI Macros. And I'm going to open up the Automotive Industry Action Group's SPC file. So here's some data about diameters. Now again, we have data for healthcare and all kinds of industries, so don't let that dissuade you. You can use these control charts anywhere. So all you have to do is select the data, and I usually select from the bottom up. And you can click on our pull-down menu, and if you know what you're doing, you can choose a control chart like the X bar R chart, and if you're not sure, you can always choose the control chart wizard. I'm going to choose the X bar R chart, and it'll go ahead and do all the math, and then it'll prompt you for titles, because I found that if you don't capture your titles right away, guess what? You've lost them. And it'll prompt you for each one of the axes. And I'm just going to go through them quickly because I don't want to waste your valuable time. And so the QI macros will go out and do all the calculations to come up with the range chart and an X chart. And again, this is one of the more common types of tools in the QI macros and in manufacturing. Now we can go back to the same data, and you can see here we have a spec limit and a lower spec limit. And so we could actually do a histogram if we wanted to get our bell-shaped curve. Again, this is widely used in manufacturing. So 23.5 is our upper spec, and 21.5 is our lower spec. It'll ask you for an approximate number of bars, and I just use the default usually. Again, it'll prompt you for titles. If there's something to borrow, it will. And it'll go ahead and draw your histogram and show all of your capability indices as well. So it's really easy to get those control charts and histograms you need for manufacturing. But we could also do some Pareto charts. And here's some data about defects. And you can see here we could select this data here. We have things that were under torque and non-starters and leakers and smokers. But we could take that and turn that into a Pareto chart to see which type of defect is most common. Types of defect. And we have our various categories, total defects. And so here you can see they were under torque, leakers, and non-starters were the three main types of defect coming off this assembly line. And so that's how easy it is to draw control charts, Pareto charts, histograms, all in Microsoft Excel using the QI macros. And you can look like an expert without a lot of training. You can produce fabulous charts. And the other thing that's really different, I believe, about the QI macros is that it takes days to learn other types of software. And it only takes a matter of minutes to learn how to use the QI macros. Because all you have to do is select some data with your mouse, click on our menu, choose the type of chart you want, and the QI macros will go off and do all of the charts that you could ever want in terms of doing statistical process control, Six Sigma, and so on. Once you've created a chart, like this example, you'll notice there's an additional menu. So once you click on it, you'll notice that we have another menu that allows you to modify your charts. And so you can do things like add target lines to a chart, add text to a point. All you have to do is click on a point, do something like add text to point, note to self. And that'll add things onto your chart. So you can adjust your charts after you've drawn them. And that's how easy it is to use the QI macros. So don't be confused. Just select your data with the mouse and choose a chart. And remember, all of our charts are up here on the menu bar. So when you're on the menu bar, all of the charts are right up here in the top right-hand corner. Chart, control chart wizards as well. To learn more about the QI macros for Excel, go to our website, qimacros.com.